don't have to coerce anyone to be an amazing person. We just have to be an amazing person, and people want to be an amazing person. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Connor. I'm here with Brittany, and you are watching ThrivingMinimalist.com. Thanks so much for watching. This video is a response to a few different questions that I got about people looking to create more of a minimalist lifestyle in their own world, but they're in relation with either a partner or they live at home with a family, and the other people in their environment don't want to be minimalist, and what to do in that situation.
I grew up in a house full of hoarders, I often say, but really I grew up in a house that was so far from minimalist. There was stuff everywhere, and I found that it really overwhelmed me. I found that I needed to do certain things to take care of myself in that space. As I learned about myself, I really developed certain things over time. One of them was making my space, whatever my space was in that place. For me, it was my bedroom when I was younger, and later on, you know, another space that my partner and I had decided was my space, making that feel really like my ideal. I've thought about this in terms of households, and I think defining what my space is, what your space is, and then what shared space is can be really helpful for everybody to know what's going on and everybody to feel like they're in control of their home.
I think that there's that safe space that can exist internally too, if you can't get that space externally.
The best that you can to have your space, whether it be a whole room or whether it be a corner of your room where you have a meditation cushion and a journal or anything, or whether it be an outdoor space that you go to every day. Finding a space that is yours, that you make yours. For me, it's my backpack now, because I don't always have a space, but I know where everything goes in my backpack, and I know everything in my backpack. So it's my home, and you can really do that for yourself, I think, no matter the space or lack of space that you have.
So maybe we can talk a little bit about having our own understanding and desires about how to live our lives, while in relation with other people who might have different desires and understanding of how to live their lives, and how we can kind of come together and have our own safe space to do what we really want to do while in relation with other people who don't want to do that.
So important to talk about. I notice a lot of times when we as humans get excited about a topic, our desire can be to share it with the whole world.
That is true.
And it can often come across as like pushing our ideals on
like, this is
else.
the way that everyone needs to do it, because look how happy I am, or look what I want to do.
Right.
And that really makes sense to me. It really makes sense to get excited and to share that with the world, and especially our partners or our family members.
But if we remember that there's no right or wrong, it's merely us lining up what feels right for us at that time. When people are gonna feel what's right for them at that time, it's gonna be different for everyone. Everyone's timing is different.
Yeah, and to really have compassion for people who don't want to live the life that you want to live, while having compassion for yourself, and knowing that you can follow your own path while respecting someone else's, while respecting your partner, your family member, your friends. So how can we hold true to the path that we want to create while those people in our physical environment don't want to get on that path? There might be a point where you get so far down this path that you start maybe losing that kind of connection that you once had with those people. And that, I just want to tell you, is perfectly okay. And that can happen in a really organic and beautiful way. It doesn't have to be detrimental or traumatic. And it's also really okay to find some negotiation. And you can do that through compassionate communication.
I feel like with compassionate communication, you can do just about anything in relationships, which is incredible. You can be with a partner who has completely different ideas of how they want to live from you.
Absolutely.
Or you can be with somebody who really lines up with you. You can make it work for you by really coming from a place of love and knowing that we are all individuals. What we want for ourselves is one thing, and then holding space for somebody else and what they're really desiring for themselves is something else. And that's, I think that's holding that compassionate space for somebody else.
I think what happens sometimes is we get an idea of something we want to do that maybe feels extreme, and we just assume that our partner, our family member, our friends is not going to be on board with it. So we just kind of shut it down and say, oh, they would never go for that. But if you've never had the conversation from a compassionate place, you really don't know that. So give them an opportunity to join you, and do it in a way that's fun for everybody, where you can really be yourself to get your point across without needing to drag them into it or pull them into it or shame them into doing something, but instead offering them an opportunity to join you in this path. And if they don't want to, then offer them compassion in doing exactly what they want to do on their path.
Yes. Yes, and connecting in that way could also look like, hey, I'm really excited about this thing, and relating from that place of like, they understand what it feels like to be excited about something, even if it's not this thing that you're excited about. And then maybe you can make that your thing together, like, okay, well, you know what, for 30 days, I'm gonna pursue this thing that I'm really excited about, and you're gonna pursue this thing you're excited about. And then be like, yeah, okay, and that's a way you can grow together in your own separate areas.
Because you're on the same path of excitement.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
And also, what I've really noticed, and this comes up time and time again with minimalism and people who tell me, you know, their partner's not on board or they want a lot more stuff. If we're just the light, you know, just be the light. We hear that all the time, but it's true.
It's really true. Be what you want to see in the world.
People will get so freaking inspired.
Absolutely. We don't have to coerce anyone to be an amazing person. We just have to be an amazing person, and people want to be an amazing person.
And there are some things that just feel good for us. Like having a clear space to create in is one of them, and I think a lot of people find themselves drawn to that.
You're absolutely right. I really hope that video was helpful for you. Thank you so much for asking these questions. If you want to see any other videos with just me or with Brittany, please post down below in the comments. It's a lot of fun to make videos with you. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Much love to you. Mwah.
My minimalist apartment here in Austin, Texas.
What I'm packing for to be married. I used to own a house. I used to own a rental property. I used to work a 60 to 80 hour job that was